people are weaponizing this false information to create even more drama.
To create even more drama, you say?
Arknights Enfield, out of all the gacha games, actually looks like it's one of the highest performers. That's the image and that's the story that we're seeing right now. It also just released. However, these numbers, in my opinion, are some of the worst things we've ever seen from a new game before. One thing that we can talk about is that this is the debut set of numbers for this game. And when you historically look at the other debuts of other gacha titles, and you also know the amount of, well, clout the Arknights IP has in the amount of marketing done for this game, well, when you start putting some of the pieces together, right, you see ZZZ's launch over here at 96 on with the same sensor tower data. You see regular Arknights at 44 over here during Wuwa's release, with Wuwa being at like 25. You're probably beginning to see like a bit of a disconnect over here, right? A bit of a disconnect, especially when you consider how much these guys have spent on marketing. And this is where stuff's going to get a bit crazy, because we've got data from the App Magic Store, which is another reputable source, Another reputable source.
Another one. Bro, you ain't DJ Khaled. Another one? What was the first reputable source you showed us? I'm just saying.
This is one of the most popular series on numerous different gacha content creators' channels, because it is a means with which to one up the competition, to say my game is doing better financially than your game. And it fuels gacha tribalism. You know which other games are being significantly underreported? Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, Fate Grand Order, Chaos Zero Nightmare, Nikke, Arknights, Punishing Grey Raven, Honkai Impact, and several. Every single gacha game as a part of this website is being vastly underreported. So anyone that takes this seriously needs to reevaluate and potentially get themselves checked mentally.
What's good? It's your boy CJ, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna take a look at, what was it that Saint called it? Another reputable source of information when it comes to gacha revenue. This is a source that you can absolutely trust, almost as much as you trust Saint Tontis. Now, today we're going to talk about the revenue report and some of the crap going on within the community regarding, well, the revenue report of these games. And I'm going to be real, we're not going to get into the whole number things. I just want to make sure you guys understand two very simple things. One, this revenue means absolutely jack shit. It's been proven by everybody. Well, Bobby Lee himself said it at the beginning of this video, but you know, that only applies, of course, when it's for his daddy Solon's game. That's the only time it actually really matters. Other than that, it's good to build a narrative of toxicity and, you know, use these numbers to straw man a toxic argument to pretty much shit on a game, right? But it's a game he loves. He's doing it because he loves the game, right? But I want to talk about this, give y'all my opinions, even though these numbers don't matter. So wipe your ass with these numbers and let's just chat it up. First off, these numbers are stupid. Arknights Enfield has been out for about 8 days, and over here has been reported that it made about 30 million. It's probably been way more than that. Styx will probably tell you either before this or after this clip at some point.
Arknights Enfield at 30 million opening in 8 days. That's crazy. And if you think about it, that probably made over $100 million if we apply the same logic to this as we did to, you know, Wuthering Waves at the beginning, as we debunked with Tencent. So that's probably made, in actuality, over 100 million. 30 million at launch is crazy, especially for only like, what, 8 days?
But I think they're actually doing pretty good. I think they're doing decent for their launch, despite the fact the big PayPal debacle that they had. We already know that was absolute dog shit. The devs shit the bed. Probably, in my opinion, one of the most horrendous launch problems I've ever seen a gacha game has, and is not even close. The fact that the devs didn't actually address this directly by saying, we're sorry, here's like this type of compensation, we really apologize for the inconvenience. The fact that you still can't use PayPal, all of that is absolutely insane. I feel that they should have absolutely told us what the hell was going on and compensated players. And I know some people like to say, well, they refunded their money. Look, if you say that, you're stupid. If I steal from you and then I give you your money back. Am I compensating you for the distress you felt? Well, I stole your money. No, I'm just giving you what was yours back. We need a compensation for the distress that people felt when they saw, you know, thousands of dollars getting, you know, yeeted from their account. So I just want to clarify that. Once again, I need you guys to understand, I'm not in this to bat for Arknights Enfield. Arknights Enfield is going to be another passerby game that I cover on my channel. If I like it, I'll stick with it for a while. And if another game comes out that entertains me more, I'll move on over to it, okay? So I want you guys to understand that. But 30 million is pretty damn good. With estimates from what I've seen other creators and people say, it could be 50, 60, 70 million, if not more. Also consider that, one, this is not accurate, and two, this doesn't take into account things like the PC version and the PlayStation version. So you guys got to keep that in mind. And a lot of people have been saying the game is going to end a service, the game is trash, the game is all of this. Hey man, and I also want to point out that with PayPal not working, I've had plenty of people in my comment sections, in my streams, and in other videos say how they're pretty much being forced to be free to play right now because they can't use PayPal. So if they could use PayPal, they could actually be spending and they could be earning more money. A lot of people seem to think that the PayPal thing actually made it so they had bigger numbers because, well, they overcharged people. Now, I don't know if that's counted in here, but I guarantee you that wasn't millions of dollars. It was maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? And after that, ever since that issue, which happened in the first day, you haven't been able to use PayPal. So nobody that pays with PayPal has been able to use PayPal. I need you guys to understand that, okay? That's a very important thing. And even then, the numbers are pretty decent, pretty damn good. You know, we're at the point nowadays where people like to fight about which gacha game makes the most money, which gacha game is pretty much milking their player base the most, and then they brag about it. My game is better because it got more money than your game. My casino is better because, well, they got more money for... Y'all gotta stop being stupid. Yes, we want our games to make money, but getting into a dick measuring contest when you're pretty much at the top, all of these games are making millions and millions of dollars, is so stupid. Especially when you know it's stupid. Yes, you guys know that this is a stupid, you know, source of information, and you guys still like these videos, right? You still like the PvP it brings and the shit talking that it brings, and some pathetic YouTubers use this as a dick measuring contest because if they were to get in a dick measuring contest in real life, well, that would be kind of sus, and two, they would lose like Saint Tontas with, well, about an inch to show for it. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna be real, y'all gotta stop glazing these numbers. Let's just wait and see what Arknights Enfield is really gonna bring to the table with maybe its 1.1 patch, or maybe, you know, with the next character banner that comes out, or let's wait and see until the devs actually start making some noise. And if they don't make noise, well, we about to make some noise and let them know what's really good.
You will want to quit this game by the time you get here. And I don't know how somebody could get to UL or like authority level 52, 53, 54, 55. How, bro? How? How do you do this for like weeks on end? And guys, there's like 40 fucking days left in the patch. And when you know what this gameplay loop is and you know there's 40 days left, that's why I'm saying this game needs changes by Gilberto's banner. Because right now, it is genuinely, possibly, one of the worst gacha experiences I have ever played. And right now is literally the best time to quit the game, and you are given almost no reasons at all to stay.
You know what? Saint Tontas is right. Currently, there is no endgame in Arknights Enfield. There is no actual mode that resets every so often that is actually considered endgame. All you pretty much do every day when you get to that endgame point is log in, do your deliveries, get your money up, take care of your factory, and you're pretty much done. Obviously, using your stamina, the typical gacha loop, and you're done. This is usually going to take you about 10 to 20 minutes, your typical gacha. But you know what game honestly gives you an insane amount of content once you reach that endgame mode where you can log in every day and have valuable moments of, you know, insane grinding and tons of activities to do? That is none other than Wuthering Waves. So I'm going to show you guys the insane amount of content that you get to do in Wuthering Waves once you get to endgame. But before I do that, I'm going to show you what endgame consists of in Wuthering Waves. Alright, so first off, we have Double Pawns Matrix Pilot, and this is a current event that has been I guess, being tested. So there's a lot more things that might be changed, or it might be implemented in a certain way. We don't know exactly how they're going to do it. But for this, you're going to need multiple characters, multiple teams in order to compete. And I believe this goes for an entire patch. Correct me if I'm wrong. We don't know if it's going to be like a 2-week thing or a 30-day thing. But for now, let's just say it's about 1 patch per event of the Double Pawns Matrix, okay? So once you do this, which you would finish it in the day that it comes out, well, we have the next one, and that is no other than Wuthering Waves. This is usually live for about 2 weeks, and I believe you get this done in about 20-30 minutes of it coming out. And this is one of its other really good endgame modes, right? So you get one time every 2 weeks, about 30 minutes of gameplay from this. This, you get about an hour, let's say 30 minutes to an hour every patch. Then we have the next thing, which is the tower, right? The fancy tower that is live, I believe, every month or so. Every patch, or I believe is like every month or so. And this right here, you can finish also in about 20 to 30 minutes. And after you're done with all of your, monthly or bi-weekly activities, you have your weekly activities, which is going to be Fantasies of 1,000 Gateways. This is what gives you your weekly currency. Think of the weekly rewards in Arknights Enfield, but this event completely blows Arknights event out of the water, right? When you do this event, you're gonna get a whopping 160 astrites, 160 of the premium currency, and you're gonna get a couple of seal tubes, advanced, the purple seal tubes. This is the massive weekly mode that we have in Wuthering Waves that gives you so much more loot than Arknights. Not like Arknights' petty event that gives you a bunch of random little rewards and a single pull. Oh wait, no, it actually does give you the same shitty single pull that WUWA does. So yeah, this is pretty much the end game of Wuthering Waves, right? Now let's actually see what you do on a day-to-day basis when you log in to Wuthering Waves. And I'm going to show you guys how hard it is and how much content this really offers when it comes to like pretty much just getting everything done and all your rewards and all that good stuff. So I'm going to do a quick run myself so you guys have a general idea. And some people might take, a few more minutes than me. Some people might take less than me. But at the end of the day, you guys will understand what I'm trying to say regarding how long this is going to take, okay? So we're going to go through with this little combat. And the idea is to, 1, use my stamina, and 2, complete my dailies. That's going to give us the most rewards that we can get on a single day, unless we start, well, using all our resources. So there we go. We're going to do it again. Let's go in with our girl Augusta. Let's get this done real quick. Ooh, look at that combat, bro. Absolute peak. All right, let's get this dude over here because he was yapping shit. There we go. We're tickling his feet real quick. Boom, and we're done. Okay, let's go over here. Let's collect this. And we're officially out of stamina for the day. Now, we have used up all our stamina, but how do our dailies look like? Let's go ahead and see. Oh, we've completed our dailies. So, we are done for the day if you're an endgame player and you're caught up.
How do you do this for like weeks on end? And guys, there's like 40 fucking days left in the patch.
There's literally nothing of actual value. Sure, you can go around picking up mint, maybe getting some echoes, but in terms of actual progression at endgame for your day-to-day player, we are done.
You will want to quit this game by the time you get here.
It's so funny how the same things can be said about his favorite game, Wuthering Waves. And once again, because I have to clarify this every time, on my last video, people were literally saying that I'm a Wuthering Waves hater. 1, my WUWA account is more invested than yours. And 2, I love Wuthering Waves, but I also love to keep things real, unbiased, and just say things how they are. If Saint Antas were to be a real-ass person, he would say the same things to every game. The fact that we are about a week and a couple of days into Arknights Enfield and he's already attacking it the way he is, but when it comes to WUWA, he's out here like this.
Peekaboo bitch ass motherfucker, look what I found! Your ex-boyfriend, ha!
is actually freaking insane. And I gotta be honest, guys. What I'm about to show you is personal footage, okay? You gotta keep this between you guys and myself, okay? I had a one-on-one talk with Saint's mom after she subscribed to my OnlyFans, and well, she told me that she likes my content. She's really digging the vibes, and she told me that back in her day, she was pretty freaky too, and she decided to send me a video from when she was young, bro. And I gotta be honest, she was way freakier than what I could have ever been. And I understand where Saint Tontas gets his massive skills at deep throating Kuro. I understand now. Now, what I'm about to show you is footage from Saint's mom when she was young. And I gotta be real though, she did look real fine, but what she was doing, bro, to get that money was a little much. Let's have a look. Jesus fucking Christ, St. Tontas. Your mom is fucking crazy, bro. What the fuck? Oh my god. Guys, I kid you not, I genuinely died watching that clip. Like, I was at the verge of just dying. I was sick for like the next hour, having to drink like cough drops and water because I was just fucked up. But let's go back to the actual topic, which is the revenue. And well, since St. Tontas can't keep it on topic of the actual revenue, and he goes on to shit on multiple facets of the game, let's play the last good old Bobby Lee clip before we end the video.
Because right now, it is genuinely, possibly, one of the worst gacha experiences I have ever played. And right now is literally the best time to quit the game, and you are given almost no reasons at all to stay.
But somehow, some way, despite being one of the worst gaming experiences he's ever had, some of you out there will say, he really likes the game. Really? What are the only things he's ever said positive about the game? Matter of fact, since we got the clips, if you take out the graphics and optimization of the game, which everybody, even a blind person, can see that they're really good, what else does he like about the game? But moving on from that, at this point, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really care about, Arknights. I don't care about Wuthering Waves, DNA, Genshin, any of these games like that, bro. I'm just having fun with whatever game comes out, enjoying myself, enjoying my time. And honestly, these videos, especially with the new format that we're implying, using Bobby Lee as a stepping stone, they've been really fun because, well, I'm gonna be real. I'm not even trying to attack Bobby, but for too long, he's gone unchecked, and every single goofy goober that tries to go at him presents it in a very boring, non-entertaining way. And me, I'm gonna be real fun with it. I'm gonna have my fun because, if I'm being honest with you guys, dog, Bobby Lee presents himself like straight up just like this to everybody, bro, and nobody capitalizes on it. And me, I'm gonna capitalize on it because he just makes everything too easy. But if you've enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.